Hello, everyone, and welcome to the playoffs of the Team Chibiusa Dota 2 tournament. And today we actually are going to be accompanied. Well, first off, I'm Trademark Kill, and I am here with Meow and Pander, and we are actually getting into it fairly fast. And yeah, we have a Darkseer and IO ban. IO is pretty much god tier in all respects, so that's, of course, you either have to pick him first or ban him, so they went for the ban. And Batrider is also a usual pick or ban, really good initiation hero, so he's out of the pool already. And we're about to actually close up the last ban of the first ban phase, so.
Yeah, IO is actually one of the most banned or picked players, as it shows on the tier for the professional games.
And Outworld Devourer going down, and Naga Siren being picked. Naga Siren, she has great initiation and or escape if you need to get out of a team fight real fast, or if you want to start a team fight real fast. She is a really, really good hero. So we have a Nature's Prophet and Visage coming down for the team Jason, Drone, Jay, Shin, Chris, or Triple J, SC. And we also have Crimson is gay, apparently, since that's a team name. I didn't know that. But so we have the Visage coming down for support and the Nature's Prophet coming down. Probably going to be split pushing with the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, a very good split-pushing hero with its ability to teleport around the map, summon trees, and just be a baller like that. Lone Druid coming out as another carry, and we are going into the ban phase again with a Lifestealer ban and a Weaver ban.
We're going to think we'll be seeing a Nature's Prophet jungler?
Well, we'll have to see if they pick someone who can solo lane. Definitely, Nature's Prophet works amazing in the jungle, but if you don't have someone who can actually stand a solo lane and actually can benefit from the solo lane, then Nature's Prophet, there's no point putting Nature's Prophet in the jungle. But they still have 3 picks. We can see. I'm willing to bet that Nature's Prophet will jungle. But this is a tournament, and tournaments always bring out weird strategies. So maybe there's a really cool tri-lane with Nature's Prophet or just something weird like that they'll be able to pull out, because this is a semifinals best of 3. So, but yeah, we have the Rubik ban. I'm wondering if they are banning because they're going to pick a lot of their last 3 picks at least will have big stealable ults that Rubik will definitely want to be picked for, and they are trying to ban that out now instead of, and not risk them being the enemy team picking Rubik and countering or hindering their plans to have ability heavy heroes late.
It's a smart ban.
Yeah, it is, and it just kind of helps them open up more of a pool, because then they don't have to worry about who's gonna do that, or if they pick this hero, if we pick this hero, they can pick Rubik and just get some super good ability or ult or something.
Yeah, some really good abilities, yeah.
And now sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, they might be thinking ahead. They might be picking, good characters with good ability, so they're banning the Rubik so that they don't pick it.
Yeah, and this is actually, they're taking a little bit on their time there. Puck ban, so that's a mid out, and Bane pick. Bane being a nice support, so we'll probably have a Visage Bane lineup here for their supports. I love playing Visage, and I usually play Visage mid carry, which actually is somewhat effective if done properly and with good micro. But he's also a really good, really good support and with high amounts of nuke as well. But the Bane could, well, what would they? Well, I guess that's a reason for. I'm trying to think what would they do with this Bane here.
Gyrocopter next.
Yeah, Gyrocopter is the next pick there.
Probably going down mid.
Yes, but again, this is a tournament. We are hopefully going to see amazing strats and something new. I like seeing new things. But we are going down to the picks now. So looking at the picks right now, Visage, Nature's Prophet, Bane. For the Radiant, for the Dire side, Naga Siren, Lone Druid, Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter might go mid. I mean, he's a really good mid hero, played often in mid. And Nature's Prophet might be going jungle, although we are not totally sure yet. They don't really have a reliable solo laner. Alchemist is such a strong hero. I'm going to be intrigued to see if they're going to play him greedy and max Greevil's greed up faster than usual, or if they're going to go kind of defensive and safe with what they do. So I'm still in. Jakiro. Jakiro's a great teamfight hero with both a stun and a massive dot and damage ability. That's AoE. That's a really good pickup there. And I can see why they'd banned out the Rubik now, because getting something like Rocket Barrage, or even the ulti call down, having that stolen can really hurt someone, especially with the damage output that Rocket Barrage is capable of. Yeah, and also the Jakiro having something stolen like an Ice Path is not healthy.
Yeah.
The Quap is the ban, so they have a lot of solo lane banned out on the Radiant side. They have the mid Puck, the mid Quap, the Weaver. They have the mid Outworld, and now the Storm of Spirit banning safe laner or a mid for themselves, because the Radiant currently does not have a certain mid. So we're just waiting here. They need to watch out, because they do not have a lot of reserve time, and that'd be kind of upsetting if they ran out of time completely, like that. Oh, wow. Giant! But I'm not sure if that was.
I'm feeling Skyrath's gonna go mid.
But I don't know if they picked it. That's the issue here, because they ran out of time. I'm not sure if that was their pick, or if it randomly gave them that.
Yeah. I mean, they needed a mid character.
Yeah, indeed. And Skyrath can, although he is mainly support, he's a really good mid. And Templar Assassin picked for
We're either going to be seeing Templar Assassin or Gyrocopter going mid, I think.
Yeah.
It could be.
I'm willing to bet more towards the Templar Assassin, because she's a lot more hulkier. And if the Skyrath does go mid, that kind of isolates everything. That blocks a lot of damage possible from the Skyrath's abilities to harass Templar out of mid. So we actually have a pause here. So what do you guys think of the teams right now? What are you excited about? What do you think are the bads and goods, pros and cons of these setups here? Anyone?
Well, I'm personally excited of seeing an alchemist in this game.
Yeah, Alchemist, very, very good hero with a lot of potential. And maybe they will be able to shut him down, but they have to make sure that they don't try to shut him down, mess up, and feed him a terrible amount. Because that's just bad for business.
That would not be good.
So we have
Trilane.
That's also really a really good possibility here. And I'm going to introduce the Radiant side. And once I'm done, you guys can take point on introducing whichever one you guys want to introduce. We're going to start off with the Visage being played by Fun here. We're going to go to the Bane being played by Monkeys Forever. Interesting. The Skywrath by Tetsu and Youth. I hope I got that name right, because if I didn't, I'd be really upset. The Nature's Prophet being played by Drowning Not Waving. And the Alchemist being played by Ush. Would you guys, one of you like to do the Dire introductions? We actually do have a move down here, so this could actually be... no, there's not going to be anything, they're just going warding. But would you guys like to introduce the Dire side?
Sure. So we have Reckoning on the Gyrocopter, Crimson on Naga Siren, set Moitas on the Jakiro. It's gonna be some Tim Wong on the Templar Assassin, and we're gonna be seeing Bay on the Lone Druid.
Yeah, so down bottom, it's gonna be a Trilane versus a Trilane.
Yeah, a defensive Trilane versus, of course, an aggressive Trilane on the bot. I don't usually see Trilanes done too many times. I usually see a lot of jungle games, but Trilane can be really effective when you're dealing with an Alchemist who not necessarily is a level-dependent hero, but a money-dependent hero. And they're going to be continued last hit. And up top, we actually do have the Lone Druid solo lane and the Nature's Prophet solo lane here. Nature's Prophet solo lane is actually kind of interesting because he can just use his trees to last hit, which is a good advantage when you're facing melee-based heroes. And you don't have to take really any harassment, you just have to make sure you keep your mana up. Now mid is Skywrath versus Templar Assassin, and Skywrath's going to have a little bit of a rough time because he's magic based, and Templar kind of says, I'm just going to refract and say no to your magic, or really damage in general. So, would you guys like to discuss warding positions, how they are set up for warding currently in this game? And we will scan for any action while you guys talk about that.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at the Sentry Ward placed in their jungle. Just want to make sure they don't get any ganks in.
Well, Sentry Ward, I guess, there really is nothing to fear invisibility-wise, but it's still something, I suppose. But there are two other wards, observer wards from each team, one from each team, in this jungle, trying to avoid the ganks. And they're actually double pulling, or at least attempting to, it looks like. So we are gonna be going, and we're gonna actually look at all the... There we go, it's W for some reason, it changed on me. Last hits and denies. Skywrath is actually winning and everything, but there's actually a little bit of action going on. This Gyrocopter might go down. Yeah, he goes down first blood. This
Well,
Naga Siren might be
exactly.
paying for it too also, but it looks like she's just going to get away. Ice Path goes down. Alchemist dodged it. But that was a really good first blood. Sadly, Visage got the kill, but, you know, first blood is first blood. Alchemist and Bane got the assists.
Oh, Alchemist getting trapped.
And Rocket Barrage, one charge. Can they throw a net? No mana for a net. And he actually might get away because he's slightly... No, actually, he's not fast, and he's going to cut through the woods here. One hit, couple of hits. There's...
Oh.
And he's going to go down, but so is Jakiro. Bane needs to watch out. He's actually kind of low on health, but Naga Siren taking the damage from the tower here. But as I was saying about last hits, Skywrath is actually holding his own mid with 15 last hits and 6 denies. So he's doing well for himself currently, and has a bottle and a null talisman.
I feel like he could have escaped if he had done like a better job of kind of moving around. If Alchemist could have gotten away, and his teammates probably helped a little bit better, but...
Naga Siren with a DD rune, and yeah, sometimes moving through these trees is not the best idea, especially when you're a slower hero. And but he did try to make the best of it. Sadly, Jakiro did come through another area of the trees to cut him off, but you know, when you have he did have about a 295 movement speed, I believe. And when you only have that much against Gyro, who had much higher at the time, it was almost inevitable, especially at that low health. Nature's Prophet getting one hit entangled, it looks like. That always kind of gets you angry a little bit there. So who are we really looking to shine in this? And just throwing the stun out so he didn't stun himself. But what heroes are we expecting to shine in this game? Who's going to be at a really...
I think Lone Druid for the dire side. I think Lone Druid will.
Why do you think... Well, he is also getting... In that lane, he is much more farmed. 17 last hits, 14 denies. And he is ready to win. He's actually diving the tower. Not sure if that was a mistake, but with the creeps covering him, I mean... I guess there was nothing to worry about. But Lone Druid is such an effective hero because if you can get the bear farmed, which is kind of weird to say, but still maintain items for yourself, it's such a huge advantage. And he's actually doing that fairly well in this top lane. Making sure he's denying but not giving up last hits, because right now Nature's Prophet is only 14 and 9 for last hit denies. Now, on the Radiant side, I think this Visage is going to play big roles, because Visage has always played big roles after his recent rising in the tournaments as of late with his massive amount of nuke. But if this Alchemist can get farm, and the Alchemist is actually in base currently, if the Alchemist can get farm, he will just be pulling out so much damage. It's not even going to be real funny. And really, that's about it. And there's actually some action going on. Chasing Bane down here. Oh, Visage, what is Visage doing? There's going to be an ice trap, and the snare, and... ulti! Ulti by Skywrath. Gyro goes down as well. Ulti by Nature's Prophet. This Jakiro's dead too. Beautiful pickup. And as I was saying earlier, Alchemist getting farm with that double kill. That is very dangerous. But a wonderful engagement by Triple J SC. Looks like that pick was actually... Oh, I really want to find out if this pick was a auto pick by the game or if they picked Skywrath, because that actually came in handy.
It's done well for them so far.
Yeah. Templar Assassin has taken control with last hits, but still down by a deny in mid. Where is Skyrath roaming at this point? Or no, he's just getting arcane boots. Never mind. I thought he was going to go roaming strategy. And Nature's Prophet doing this little weird jungle spot here, leaving solo lane to the bear and his lone druid friend.
Niche Prophet's down by 2 levels.
Yeah, he's been kind of being pushed out. The micro ability of the lone druid and his bear, he's doing wonderful with that, and being able to, harass last hit at the same time, with 2, while macroing both of them and make sure the bear doesn't get too low or even die. So he's doing a really, really good job. And Gyro actually doesn't have another engagement down bot here. Gyro's actually going to go down, but he will go down. But okay, yeah, nothing else is going to happen. Gyro goes down. Gyro is a pretty good carry here. He can do a lot of damage, but he just keeps going down and down and down repeatedly.
Yeah, if he gets that feed he needs, he's gonna be unstoppable more like mid game and late game. That rocket barrage and call down. Because they also have so many AoEs.
Yeah, they can, if they get in a tight location like on a Roshan team fight, that can happen. Their AoE ability and damage will just work best there. But I mean, any tight location is a very bad day. But actually, there's some action mid here. And the ulti on Templar. Will she go down? No ulti available for Nature's Prophet, and the refraction's up. She is gonna survive. Some rotation mid right now, and this is a very sour Visage, but he's gonna get out there. Grave Chill, a very good ability. If you guys read it, it steals the enemy's movement and attack speed, and gives it to the Visage. And actually, that's a dead Naga Siren. Gyro actually rotated top here to take solo lane. I'm not sure if Lone Druid is just gonna stay in jungle at this point. I think, and they're gonna let Gyro get the solo farm since he is 1-3.
I believe Alchemist is going for Shadowblade next.
Yeah, Shadowblade on Alchemist is, again, just dangerous. He has his ulti up. And he's actually gonna, not sure if he's gonna go after. No, that would really require him taking too much tower damage. But Shadowblade, Alchemist, always a good choice, really. But if we go up top here, the story is there's a smoke gank coming out. And, yep, that's a really bad day for that Gyro. They just said, you know what, Gyro, go away. And they're just making sure Gyro gets nothing this entire game. Which is a really good choice. They can't really stop Lone Druid too much. He's jungling. He's safe. They actually they don't have really much wards up top here, from what I can see. Most of the warding's down bot. They actually seem to be wanting to converge on this Templar Assassin here. But no luck with the refraction coming up there. Solo farm Alchemist down bot. Oh, smoke coming in by the Dire coming down here. That's the Alchemist is caught. magic wand. He's going to go for a stun, but he's going to get stunned himself. Will he get out there on time? Yes!
Ooh.
That was very close. A pixel of health left, and he gets out of there. Maintaining a 3, 1, and 2 KDA. Naga Siren. This is just amazing. Getting double stack, or getting stacking camps and getting 2 Black Dragon camps. And Visagelings are out there. The Familiar is going to be able to set AoE stuns as well as heavy nuke. And actually, a little bit of action mid here. Templar just giving a little bit of a chase to the Alchemist. They're actually rotating. This game is actually filled with really good rotations around the map, and it's good to see. It's really good to see. Now there's 3 top for the Dire. Looks like they're going to try and push a tower down. No defense coming, it seems, from the Radiant. And the tower is already half dead, so they're going to just defend up, sack the tower, and go for a bottom push themselves here. And that tower is as good as dead for the Dire as well. So 1 tower trade. And they actually might get a couple kills here. Yeah, Gyrocopter goes down. Jikaro's going to go down. The bear... Oh, the stun on the bear. Nightmare on the spell on the bear. And the bear actually is going to go down. That's a very upset bear. So not only do they get a tower, but they also get 2 kills out of the deal. And they might actually push for a second tier 1 tower here, although it looks like they're just starting the back here. Yeah, Alchemist is very low on health, so they're just gonna not risk it and go back home. So 10-1 right now currently, it says on my... that's actually kind of hard to believe. There's been that much action recently. But heavily in favor of the Radiant. Are you guys concerned about this at all? Is this something or do you think that just late game the Dire can come back if they survive long enough?
I don't know. The Dire are definitely getting a lot of trouble this early game. Their Gyro getting killed constantly, not getting enough farm.
I mean, the Gyro's half the deaths on that team with 5.
I agree. Gyro should be getting more farm than he is right now.
And actually, this might be a little opportunity. Bane goes down. Visage is probably... Oh no, Visage is going to get away, but only barely, with max stacks of Soul Assumption. And there's a little bit of a tiff.
Also,
nope, never mind.
Going for Alchemist now.
Oh yeah, this is actually going to be... Oh, almost! He almost gets out for a second time, and now they're pinging for Roshan. Are they going to go for this? Get a free 200 gold from it. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Who's it going to?
Well, you know, Gyro, they might just go to Gyro to save the death with how little farm he's already getting.
I also think it would be smart for one low Druid.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Familiar scouted. Familiar scouts this. It knows that's happening. They're ignoring it though. They're not doing anything about it. They might go if he can get the snipe off with the Familiar, but he loses the Familiar actually. He could actually have denied that Aegis with the Familiar, but he does not. And they're ignoring it. They're letting it go down for free.
Templar Assassin.
Templar Assassin. We'll see how that plays out.
Now there is a push looking like it's going mid. 4 mid currently. Nature's Prophet, Bane, Skywrath, and Visage. And are they going to actually counter to this? Or are they just going to pull back? That's actually a really overextended Templar. Templar goes down, burns the Aegis. Naga Siren. And all the AoE coming down at once. Naga Siren's going to go down though. Bane and Visage go down as well. Nature's Prophet goes down. That's what we were talking about earlier. With all the AoE available, if they can get an entangle on this Alchemist, he will be going down as well. Or Templar Assassin can just be like, "Hey, what's up?" and just run right next to him, slow him. Shadow Blade and TP. He gets out of there, but ooh, that was a big loss for the Radiant. That was a very big loss for Radiant, actually. But they did burn the Aegis, so at least that's something. It kind of stops the push. Being able to push with Reckless Abandon later by not having an Aegis available.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Visage is microing as best as he can, taking familiars wherever he can, putting them in places, hitting down towers. Only level 1 Visagelings though, so they are not going to be doing too terribly bad amount of damage.
Actually, Gyrocopter got a Mithril Hammer. What do you think he's gonna make with that?
Well, I don't think
Could go BKB.
BKB, possibly, or Deso, but I'm a bit more willing to say BKB.
Yeah, more likely.
Well, we'll find out when he gets a extra 400 gold here. Item progression on these guys. Visage building his mech, or he has his headdress currently, getting his mech set up. And Bane with boots, TP, wand, stick, and ward. So normal supporting. Skywrath, Force Staff, boots, bottle, null talisman, and a magic wand.
Look at that stacked ancient camp. Dire side, my god.
Oh my god. That's a lot of gold. What else can you say? What does... Yeah, the Radiant camp's not nearly that stacked, so that was a huge bonus. Although Lone Druid nearly went down. Oh, sorry, Lone Druid's Bear nearly went down, so that's not as big of a deal. But Nature's Prophet has a Shadow Blade hand, Ring of Basilius, Phase, and Tango, so he will be pushing really, really soon. And Alchemist with Shadow Blade, boots, shield, and wand. Can you guys talk about the Dire's items currently? Where do you think they're going? What do they have? Etc. Etc. And you guys can start with the Alchemist. That's actually that could be something if they wanted to be. That's actually
the Courier.
Courier to the Alchemist, possibly.
Courier.
Yeah, Alchemist is going down there for what looks like free right now. Yeah, going down for free.
Bane's caught out.
Oh yeah, if Bane's gonna go down as well. So 2 kills on Templar for free. They didn't lose anything. But they are gonna be pushing bot. So will this tower go? No, it's not going to go down there, mind. But as I was saying, Gyro has money in the bank right now. He could build BKB if he chooses to.
Not a game of Toto without a BKB.
And
Yeah,
really,
I'm kind of wondering what he's saving up for.
is he just going to try and buy it all in one shot, or does he think he's going to need a buy-in later? That's my only question. If he's saving it because he thinks he's going to need a buy-in later. But other than that, he should just get it. I mean, there's nothing really stopping him. He's going back to base now, it
Lone Druid's
seems.
Bear already got his Radiance.
And that's That's going to be scary.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like I said, Lone Druid's probably one of the most important factors in this game so far.
And that's a dead Templar too, picking off the Templar who just slightly overextended, but they made him pay for it. So
Oh, we're gonna see a BKB on Gyro.
was he just able to get it? Oh, yep,
Yeah,
there he goes.
Got it all in one.
Yeah, he just bought it.
Yep. So that's what he was saving up for. Looks like he. So that's good. That means he can actually survive a little longer, and hopefully still live long enough to get some sort of farm. He's still 1-5-4, and 115 last hits and 19 denies. So.
Also,
Oh!
Templar Assassin.
Okay, or they're gonna go on this Gyro, but they're gonna back up immediately as soon as the BKBs pop. And he almost did not get away from that, did Skywrath.
They passed right by him.
Shadow blading away on the
Ain't
Nature's
gonna
Prophet.
get away. Oh, barely.
The mysteries renew me.
Very
Yeah.
close ice path from Jakiro.
Alchemist getting free farm in mid, but with Shadow Blade he can kind of afford it, but they do have a Sentry Ward in mid here, so...
Actually, Templar Assassins might be going for him.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, but...
Shadow Blade away.
Yeah, Shadow Blade away, but he is actually in range of the Sentry Ward, not for long, but still. A little bit of Tiff going up top, though. Jakiro goes down through by Skywrath Mage there. Sorry about that, I missed a little bit of that. Alchemist is going to come from the front and cut them off with a Shadow Blade, and that's going to be a dead Naga.
Oh, they're gonna push top tower.
And
That was great.
Dire's top tower.
they're gonna get that. And
Dire's top tower.
now that Dire's 2 down, do they choose to go further with it? Apparently not. They're just settling for that tier 1, it looks like.
Wonder what
Although
Skywrath Mage is gonna save up for.
They are smoke ganking somewhere. They want some blood. Oh, where they're going, no one knows. But it looks like they might actually pick off Naga Siren if they see it. Do they see it? Yeah, they see it. Naga Siren and Lone Druid are here. No support. Well, do they choose to commit? Does not look like it. But Bane's gonna go down because that tangle. Sometimes it's just RNG with those entangling claws, and sometimes it works out, and you look like a total champ. Sometimes it doesn't. So we have Visage, Nature's Prophet, and Skywrath,
Might be a gank on
invisibility.
Gyro.
Yeah, but he's behind tower right now. Looks like they're just gonna let him go. And this is intriguing me because the Dire have caught up fairly effectively, and they're gonna smoke again. Actually, Roshan is almost up, not entirely yet though. There he is. He's up. Are they going to go for the immediate Roshan? Yes, they are. And Ice Path on Roshan gives it away a little bit, but they're just going to speed him down as fast as possible. If Visage cannot lose his Vicious Lings if he want in hopes of it. No, he actually loses them again. That's a free 200 gold.
Templar Assassin again with the Aegis.
Yeah, I mean she's dealing so much damage right now. I guess it's a good choice. I mean, I think to prefer to put it on Lone Druid, but
Yeah.
or not Gyro right now because he's still a little bit under farmed for holding an Aegis, but at this point in the game, you're going to want all the Aegis on someone who's actually going to deal damage. And that's actually a bear there that will get away, but really hating his life.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Arcane Bolt does not stop, does it?
Nope, it just keeps going, and this is going to be a tier
Radiant's
1 bot tower taken by the Dire. Hero level, Gyro is actually not the lowest level, surprisingly. Naga Siren is tied with Jakiro at level 9. So the warding around the map has maintained fairly well, and both teams look like they have at least some vision at some places on the map. But as talk about net worth, since I have the graph up right now, Gyro is actually mid-level, and Templar Assassin and Nature's Prophet are really close for number 1. Templar leading by just a little bit. So they see the Alchemist up there. I'm not sure if they're going to try and jump on him, but looks like he's just going to go hide in the trees a little bit and try not to leave lane until he really has to. Gyro going to be able to get that farm though, so Gyro's working his way back up fairly effectively, which is really good, which is what you need. Pinging the haste rune
It
here.
might be a clash round haste rune.
Possibly, but it looks like both teams are just choosing to back it up right now. The game's gotten really passive currently, and teams are just trying to push really for towers and not really forcing an engagement, but force an engagement that at least will benefit them if they do have to force the engagement. But they are actually going to go for this tier 2 mid tower here, and it looks like they're going to get it, as well as the Radiant getting the tier 2 top tower. And they're actually going to push for another. They're not stopping. They're going to get this unless they fortify. There's the fortify. They may back off now, but fortify is almost up, and they're just relentlessly. They're not even. Yeah, they're going to get this. Will there be a deny? No deny, but a lot of AOE going on. 5 pass down, call down. No one's dying out. Never mind. The Bane's dead. Gyro's dead. Naga's dead. Skywrath is dead. Buys back in. Skywrath burned his buy back here. This looks like Lone Druid's also going to go down here. Yeah, Lone Druid goes down. And Templar Assassin's still trying to make it out. She will make it out. So, overconfidence majorly by the Radiant. Oh no, he gets the stun. He stuns himself. Oh no, and Templar's last stand to burn the Aegis there. And she's going to try and get away. Nope, way too much burn. Ton of burn available for the Radiant. But overconfidence by the Dire cost them big time. Naga Siren pushing back top lane. What do you think that? Do you think that was just overconfidence in their team fight, or was that just a factor of buyback being available at the base? And like, what do you guys feel that happened there? Because that was uncharacteristic of what I was talking about. Not even 5 minutes before of the game turning passive.
I don't know. I felt like they thought that they could take them all in a team fight, but they weren't able to pull it off. It's actually going to be a smoke gank.
Yeah. Oh, Naga coming in with her ulti. This is what we're talking about. This engagement possibility here. Call down. Ice Path. Burning down. Jakiro actually goes down first. Alchemist looks like he will go down too. But The Lone Druid goes down there, and that engagement turned just slightly with the Alchemist going down. But the Dire lose a little bit. Will they? Nature's Prophet's going to go down too. And the Gyrocopter. Lone Druid? Is the Lone Druid? This is going to be two massive teams. Team wipe, well, not necessarily wipes, but kills, fights in a row. And that's another kill. That's another tower for the Radiant. Burning buybacks. But there's only 2 up and 4 up for the Radiant. Call down going down to hopefully push this back. It does not look like it's going to... It might be happen, but Chikaro is also there.
Let's go for Visage.
Yeah, they're going to try and burn that Visage down. He's going to escape, though. With just a sliver of health left. Skywrath TPing away. Visage, very, very sour about life. Does not like it. Does not like it at all. Gonna just flap his wings and go away.
Dire's bottom tower.
The Radiant is really winning these team fights.
Yeah, it's actually somewhat surprising me considering the composition of the Dire, but just it feels like they're just focus firing better during the team fights instead of just worrying about AoE nuke. The Radiant's just, again, focus firing. And this, whether Skywrath Mage was a purpose pick or an accident pick because they ran out of time, it's been working out for them and they've made it work, which is what's pretty much most important about this.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we
Gonna
have...
do some defending now.
Yeah. Important to note, though, that the mid-racks for the Radiant is at least exposed, but that still does not compensate for losing 2 team fights in a row just that badly. I think they only killed 3 enemy heroes in the last team fight. I believe only 3 Radiant heroes died in the last 2 team fights, so maybe 4. Nature's Prophet with a Demon's Edge, actually. So probably going for Daedalus. Divine...
Gyrocopter also has Demon Edge.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we're going to see a Team Dignitas. Well, actually, no, was it Team Dignitas that did it? I think it was Team Dignitas that had it done against them, but Gyro gets the Divine Rapier after they get massively almost raxed. And pushes for the GG just by himself with a Divine Rapier. But I'm sure we're not going to see that. It'd be interesting, though.
Divine Rapier is always risky.
Yeah, especially when you're losing team fights like they are. So that's probably last resort type of item build. Kind of wondering why Nature's Prophet doesn't has a TP scroll. Well, I guess you can always use one. But... also, why he doesn't have a Desolator. I think that would be kind of important on a Nature's Prophet, but he's actually going to side push here. Actually, no, never mind. He's retreating. Oh, he might actually. He's waiting. He seems like he's waiting for a creep wave to go by. So looks like they want to go to the secret shop for something, and Roshan's almost up. Sentry Ward going down. Just Black Dragon camps this entire game, just so much worth so much money, it seems. Visage multitasking using his Visage links to actually push the lane, which is very nice. Does anyone have smoke on the Dire here? Yep,
Yeah.
smoke on Nagasiren, yep. As well as the Dust of Appearance, so...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
think Alchemist might be going for the Skull Basher.
Would work with his
Guys.
attack speed, and they actually might be going for their Roche, but no. Takes out the Templar Assassin trap. Sorry, not Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin. What am I thinking? Templar Assassin trap. I mean, if they went for Roche, that'd be their first Roche attempt of the game, since the Dire had both attempts, and there might be a little skirmish mid here.
What do you think would take Aegis on the Radiant?
Alchemist.
Yeah, I was about to say Alchemist.
Alchemist, maybe Skyraft if they're feeling gutsy.
Yeah, probably.
But again, the game's going. Oh, as I'm about to say, game's going passive. We have a smoke up here. Looks like they're going for possibly Bane. Lone Druid kind of runs out of it, and Naga Siren is actually going to be focused there. But no, call down goes down. This Visage is a very upset Visage. Alchemist comes in from the rear. Too much damage on him. He has the back. BKB popped.
This is actually gonna get away with.
Yeah, this is gonna get away. It looks like everything's gonna get away, except that's gonna be a stunned Alchemist. Yeah, it looks like everyone's actually surprisingly gonna get away somehow. That was a very weird engagement, I guess. Lone Druid kind of just sprinted out. Became unsmoked. They saw it. They kind of knew what's up as soon as they saw him, and that did not seem like the way it needed to go for them. And now it might be
Roche now.
Yeah. Now would probably be Roche, and all they need is really Alchemist here and the Visagelings to support. Call down going down inside the Roche pit for scouting.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're going to go back in. Now this is where they have to watch it. Yeah, this is where they need to watch out, because this is a much tighter location for a fight. But Lone Druid overextends, and Lone Druid is going to just get melted. That speed on Alchemist. Amazing.
Actually, Gyrocopter just got killed by Nature's Prophet.
Ouch.
Doesn't look good in that.
Yeah.
Nature's
Probably
Prophet.
gonna see Abyssal Blade on Alchemist.
That'd be nice. He did finish his Basher, and he has 1,000 in bank. Very possible that he is gonna go. Well, I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's amazing damage, and he really doesn't need too much more attack speed. I mean, he's Alchemist, and they're just gonna take this down. The Dire's down by two heroes. There's nothing they can really do to stop this except do that stuff like that. And Alchemist is just standing there, not caring. And this is going to be a tier 3 tower, and they're actually going to go for melee racks here.
Actually, everybody on the Radiant can buy back, and nobody on the Dire can.
Which it might be a very important thing here, just based on the fact that they won't be able to. The more they lose, the more less they'll be able to defend. And Alchemist stuns himself. And someone's gonna die. Alchemist is mad now. Yep. That's a very, very mad gyrocopter there. And and he's gonna actually get the Templar Assassin too? And that's bad. They're calling the GG now too. The GGs are out. First game goes to Triple JSC, it appears. And yeah, that was amazing. I mean, they didn't have as much AoE, but they still tried to make it work, and They just had the lockdown in the ganks. But
Yeah, I'm just kind of disappointed with the gyrocopter.
Yeah, that's not what I expected to happen. Definitely not what I expected to happen.
well, that was game 1 of this best of 3. So when we come back, we go into game number 2. Will the JJSC be able to sorry, Triple JSC be able to pick it up and keep it going, or will Crimson is Gay be able to come back and fight through this? So we'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, we're back with Game 2 of the playoffs here. And, yes, last time, Triple J SC kind of started to roll over a little bit. And kind of, well, you guys want to explain what happened? Because, I mean, I can only use so many words here. What do you guys feel was the downfall of that game exactly, in your best opinion? What can they do to improve this game?
I don't think they just had enough team fights, and they weren't fed enough.
Yeah, I feel the same. I don't think the characters that needed the form got the form they needed.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Now, we're gonna just do the usual bans: Wisp, Batrider, but this time the Visage and Nature's Prophet are actually taken out of the pool. Why do you feel those two are the new bans? Do you think they're that big of a? Well, I mean, some you can look at it and say, yeah, some points they might have been big players, but do you think they're that important to actually identify the ban? And the Alchemist is actually going down too. So, do you feel they're that big players?
I think the Visage did a lot last game, and they played him very well. Also, the Alchemist was the one that just carried their team at end game.
Yeah, I can understand the Alchemist ban.
Yeah, I mean, Alchemist just is an understandable ban no matter what, because he's just good, but sometimes you can get a setup that can handle him and allow him to go through, and if he's picked, sometimes you can handle him. This time, I guess they feel like they can't really handle him, and they got too much, and decided just to go for the ban.
Yeah.
And Gyro's actually being banned, and the Anti-Mage banned there. Anti-Mage just another really good carry that can dominate, and I'm wondering if this is just another, hey, we're going to go maybe Intel carry heavy or something like that, and Anti-Mage just, you don't want Anti-Mage there, or if it's just because Outworld Devourer was a second pick.
I know, I'm wondering if we're going to see a Rubik.
Which team?
Probably the Dire, because of Naga. Actually, I could see Rubik going in either team.
Yeah, I mean,
Jakiro and Naga.
Yeah, Rubik will be a possibility. I mean, if you look at Triple JSC, I mean, the Wall is a good steal, Ice Path is a good steal, the Macro Pyre is a good steal. If you look at Crimson is Gay, you have Naga Siren alone, if you can possibly snag Song of the Siren, or if you can even just get an Ensnare for an extra lockdown, or Outworld Devourer, and the Lifestealer pick, actually. So, would they try lane again, do you think, with the Lifestealer, or would Lifestealer go jungle?
Go either way.
I mean, he's a really good, he can be used really well in all situations, and I mean,
I think he might be going jungling this game.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it'd be obvious if they're going to try lane because of their picks would already revolve around that. But that's my opinion. What were you going to say?
I just think that Lifestealer jungling would be in their best intentions right about now. It depends who else they pick, of course.
Yeah, now they're actually taking time on that. I'm wondering if that Lifestealer pick kind of threw them off, because it seemed they had a clean-cut pattern going into this pick. I mean, they picked it fairly fast, but now, after the Lifestealer pick, it's kind of slowed down. But we are seeing, a similar setup here. If they were flopped, I mean, yeah. Jakaro being on the Dire side last game now. Well, sorry, I guess they flipped sides. So Jakiro being on the Crimson is Gay or CIG, whatever you prefer to say. Last game, what? I wonder if this is going to be a situation where it's going to be, oh hey, yeah, you could utilize him well. We're going to pick him and show you how to utilize him type situations, which would be interesting. But Triple JSC actually running out of time here. They need to figure something out, or else they're.
Oh boy.
Is this the second time? Yeah, that's the second time they have 1 second left. That's the second time they might, if they. Who knows? Maybe that's just a thing. Maybe it's good luck that when they run out of time. Who knows? But Nyx Assassin picked
worked
up.
well with the last game.
Exactly. Nyx Assassin picked up here. Nyx Assassin, very good support with a lot of capability and ganking potential.
10 seconds remaining.
So,
5 seconds remaining.
who do you think would be a smart pick here for CIG?
Reserve
Just
I don't know.
to go. I mean, they have good AOE. They have Engage. I mean, I can only imagine Lifestealer going inside Nagasire running in, ultiing, and then all hell breaking loose. But I have a long history with this Windrunner. Windrunner I played for many games straight when I first started Dota. And I'm excited to see her be played here. And adding another possible double lockdown with her shackle if she can position it right enough to get 2 people shackled for. I mean, if you look at it, it's about 3.75 seconds. So, and a Weaver Puck band there. So,
I don't know. Who are you guys hoping to see in this rest of the game?
I said it before. I'd like to see a Lycanthrope. It's very rare. Well, actually, I don't even think it's rare. I don't think it really ever happens in the first place. But I feel Lycanthrope is just a good damage output hero, and if you get enough stuns, Lycanthrope could be a good hero. That's what I'm hoping. Realistically, I mean, I think that we might see. Oh well, I was actually not about to say that, but I was going to say Quap possibly. But
Yeah.
Lots of nukes.
yeah. So we're down to our last pick here in game 2. And yeah, this is going to be interesting. I don't know if we're going to see what do you lane lineups right now. What do you got? Kunkka.
Unka.
Oh my team would be so happy to see this. Kunkka is just such a strong hero. His cleave is amazing, but lane lineups. What do you guys believe would be the lane lineups currently?
I think for the Dire, it might be a tri-lane with Shadow Fiend going mid. And then Lone Druid going one of the other lanes.
Lone Druid's solo laning. We saw that last game. Is very, very, very powerful. But if done, it needs to be done correctly. So, I mean, Darkseer, Jakiro, Nyx would be the lane setup, I guess. Unless they try lane with the Lone Druid. And we do have another pause here.
I think we're going to be seeing a Lifestealer jungling. Kunkka mid, probably.
Yeah, Kunkka mid just to harass the Shadow Fiend, very likely. Just by cleaving, it's a very, very strong hero. And again, I will introduce the Radiant side, and then Pander, why don't you introduce the Dire side? Or Meow, whichever one you guys want to do, but I'll introduce the Radiant side currently. We have on the Outworld Devourer, Reckoning. And on the Kunkka, we have Sum Tim Wong. Windrunner, we have Crimson. Lifestealer, we have Be. And the Naga Siren, Moitas. However you want to say that. That's... Moitas? I feel bad, but sometimes you just can't say certain names. But anyway, do you guys...
Some of these names are difficult, yeah.
Would you guys like to go with the Dire, which maybe, I believe Pander did it that last time. Meow, would you like to introduce the
Yeah, sure.
Dire?
On the Dire side, we'll have Fun on the Nyx Assassin, Monkey Forever on the Jakiro, Ush, I think, on the Shadow Fiend, Drowning Not Waving on the Darkseer, and Tetsuo and Youth on the Lone Druid.
Now, this is a Lone Druid mid, it looks like, which... I've seen him solo offlane, but I've never seen him mid, and he's going to be facing a Kunkka, and that Jakiro is actually going to get netted here, but he's going to lay it on the ice path and stay alive there. Just a little bit of a tiff going down. The pool camp is blocked, but he is actually going to deward that, so that's fine there.
I'm actually surprised with the Darkseer going to solo bottom.
Well, yeah, Darkseer is just a good hero because of his utility. He can last hit without risking being harassed with his Ion Shell. He can just speed boost out of it with Surge. Plus, if he getting early levels into the wall is just wonderful because you can team fight earlier with the solo XP.
Gonna see Windrunner and Shadow Fiend trading some hits.
Yeah, I mean, I was with you when saying Shadow Fiend was going to go mid. I did not expect a Lone Druid to go mid, but they're going to try lane this Shadow Fiend here. But they do have a lot of lockdown between Shackle Shot, Net, and Lifestealer just being able to slow. Although, he does not, on my screen, he does not have a point in anything.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
So I'm a little curious if they're waiting for an opportunity. Lifestealer dodging that ice path professionally, like a bouse.
It's gotten the level in.
Nyx is
Yeah,
Nyx might be
and
going down
Nyx
now.
looks like he got caught out. There's a full Shaco,
blood
first
goes to
blood.
Mitosis.
Yes, first blood goes to Mitosis. Playing the Naga
Kiro
Siren.
might get Naga.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, bottle, but catches her in the ice path though. If they had a follow up, that could have been a dead Naga Siren.
Actually wasted her healing salve.
Yeah, very good time on that. Burned the healing salve. Pretty much got a free 100 gold because she barely got anything from that. So now, Bay and Crimson are kind of just overextending a little bit. I mean, if there was an ice path there, that could have been the end of the Lifestealer. And we have just the Darkseer doing his Darkseer like stuff here, running around, Ion shelling everything to death, which is just kind of hilarious to watch. This little small purple dude just running around, but you know, that's just me. I find that I'm easily amused. But things have kind of normalized after that first blood. Naga Siren did get the first blood. And last hits, well, as I said, just the farmability of the Darkseer leading in the last hits currently. Kunkka behind, but has more denies, so
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
23-1 for Darkseer, 18-5 for the mid Kunkka. Although that solo XP is still giving Kunkka a level up higher than the Darkseer, so... Oh, I guess I can't really even say that because of the fact that Darkseer is solo. But
Outworld.
Yeah, Outworld. It looks like he's just gonna say, "Hey, what's up?" But Surge is gonna be able to get out there, just gonna poke at him a little bit, keep him out of lane a little bit longer. However, the bottle is empty. But it looks like he's just gonna go back to base. He's not gonna even worry about salving.
Yeah. Oh, and Druid is almost dead. He uses Tranquil Boots.
Yeah, Kunkka is just so hard to lane against if you're any sort of squishy type hero. Because that massive cleave damage, big radius, great amount of damage.
I'm kind of wondering if Kunkka is planning on getting a gank off soon with that auto.
Yeah, invisibility rune. Oh, but the one hit entangle, it could possibly do it if he got one more. Nope. Not going to get lucky with a second. But he does have an invisibility rune bottled, which could save him if that situation. Oh, there's the auto proc on the bottle actually, or unless he. Oh, it looks like he procced it himself, possibly. Oh,
Probably wasn't very smart for Kunkka.
Could have had a lot going on there. Could have had something happen benefit his team, but sadly it did not happen, and they're just gonna keep pulling the lane here. And actually, Jakiro might be going down here if they can get any sort of extra on him. But no, actually, Windrunner's going to go down to 2. Nyx is going to be facing off against 2, and that's not a fight you want to be in, even as a lifestealer. Will he get out of there? It looks like he is. Yeah, he's gonna get a skedaddle. Naga Siren's also going to skedaddle. Windrunner, however, does go down. Kunkka pops a haste ruin, probably just to get back to lane a little bit faster. So I'm gonna ask this again. I'm gonna ask you because I asked this last game. Who's the big player? Who's the big hero on both sides of the ball here for these two teams?
I don't know, but if they can use Naga Siren right, I think that might be a game-changing play with the Song.
Song into Nyx Bomb, maybe jumping out a Naga Siren with Lifestealer. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, or even if they use the boat. Actually, Kunkka just killed Lone Druid.
Wow. Okay, I missed that. I didn't. Lone Druid might have gotten a little clumsy there. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was a torrent to a boat, and then he just went down, no problem.
Again, just. Kunkka doesn't... Again, I talk about the cleave and lane, but the combos he can actually fully set up are just as dangerous as his cleave, or at least as annoying as his cleave.
I wonder what Outworld Devourer is going to save up for next. He
Well,
has about 1,300 saved up.
Yeah, he has his Tranquil Boots. What do you think? Well, I mean, Force Staff would probably be a item used. I mean, I see it quite commonly on Outworlds, but they do need the mana pool too. And Outworld getting a little too close to the Ion Shell creep, taking a little bit of damage there. We have a little thing going on top. Is Lifesteal is actually going to get away from that? Windrunner is not. Oh, Ice Path, but they are not fast enough to catch up there. So, going to show the KD. Shadow Fiend actually does own both those kills. And that's dangerous because building up Necromastery, getting those extra souls and damage, and now they're actually just going to go beat on this tower a little bit, and looks like there's a couple TPs in to oppose it. Windrunner does not have her Wind Run, so she cannot catch up to go for an engagement. But They do save the tower, so... But that's damage, and nothing really comes of it, so... Standard.
Is under attack.
Yeah. Right now, Kunkka's leading in last hits.
Yeah. Slowly taking it, the more you get the cleave, the more you get the last hits. I mean, Kunkka... Sometimes, when you just look at how the lane as Kunkka, it's fairly easy to lane as a Kunkka, but when it comes to team fights, and... Sorry, I'm actually looking at top here, I thought there was going to be a little skirmish, but when you look at team fights and comboing as Kunkka and getting everything out, it actually does get quite difficult fast to make sure you cue all your attacks in the proper order. And actually, yeah, that's a perfect shackle by Windrunner. Wall goes, Ice Path goes down, Nyx goes down, Kunkka's up here, Cleave, Shadow Fiend will go down, no, they're saying, hey,
Nyx is dead.
and Nyx Assassin is dead.
Shakira's just gonna walk away.
You failed your job, you couldn't save anyone, Shakira, it's all your fault.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh,
Kunkka's getting entangled.
yeah, one-shot entangles. Always mad about them. Because it never happens when you're playing that character. And, oh! Wonderful! I believe... Yeah, he resummoned his bear right before Kunkka was about to kill it. Just a split second before. Beautiful timing, saving Kunkka getting even more farm currently.
Lifesteal is gonna go bot with Darkseer now. Darkseer, my ad, is actually getting a lot of free farm.
Yeah, and CIG actually has a fair, now diminishing gold lead, but they're actually going to possibly chase down this Outworld, but no, they're actually going to back now. On the gold graphs, they're a little bit in the lead, but they're slowly fading back down to normalization times. So...
Yeah, I'm looking at the experience graph. It's in favor of the Radiant right now, but it's slowly going back down. I think it went up when the little fight that happened.
Yeah, and actually there's a fight
Radiant
top
Tower.
now, and is this Xiaofeng going to live? No, they're not going to let him live. No, are they going to... no, he's not going to live, okay. But that's going to be the death of Naga and Windrunner, and I'm actually having an XP graph up like an idiot during that entire thing. Triple kill by Jakiro. That's a sight you don't see every day, and that's going to let him, just buy more support items. But that pull, I mean, if you think about it, pulling vacuum, sorry, it's called vacuum technically, but, who's counting?
Tier 1
Vacuum.
tower's gonna go to the Dire, I think. Or
Yeah.
it's gonna back off for now.
Nagasiren actually coming in here like a baller, just like, you know what, I'm a hero. And Outworld, I'm not sure why Outworld did that. Outworld imprisoned Nagasiren. I'm wondering if that was a mistake. It has to be, because they had a really good chance of an engagement there. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that must have been on purpose. I mean, how do you do that on mistake?
well, Naga just walked right by one of the targets. So I'm wondering if the timing was just off.
Also, Nyx Assassin didn't even have enough mana to do any stuns on them, so they could have possibly killed Nyx Assassin. If anyone.
Yeah, I mean, even trading for one there was totally worth it. But whether it was on purpose or a miscue, that might have been an opportunity lost. But Shadow Fiend at 20 souls, level 8. Last hits are back in favor of Darkseer by 1. Well, now it's Outworld, but Outworld has also Tendonize, and Darkseer has 1. So denies are kind of coming into factors here with how levels, but that's actually also going to be a gank on Kunkka, who goes down. Darkseer gets the kill. So, really quick gank. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Get the kill on Kunkka. And rotate, pretty much is the name of the game currently.
Shadow Fiend might be going for BKB right now.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, BKB on a carry, I mean, it's never a bad choice. And when you need to survive, Shadow Fiend, well, it's just a good item. I guess I can't really work my way around that at all. It's just a good item. That's all there really is needed to be said about that. Now, Spirit Bear only has Orb of Venom and Phase Boots currently, and Tranquil Boots on Lone Druid. And there are...
Lone Druid has a lot of money saved up.
Yeah, and there's also 4 top right now for the Dire, and this is going to be a tower if they choose to. As I said, and that cleave just did so much damage. And that's actually possibly going to be a dead Nyx Assassin. He has his ulti. No, well, he just evaporated. He can't even ulti. Lifestealer are going to go on, and the Surge is not going to let Lifestealer get that kill. But, oh, wait, yeah, Darkseer slowed down a little bit. No, Surge is actually up as well as Wall. But he's not going to get either of them off. He's actually going to go down. Jakiro just doing things right now. He's just hitting buttons. And he's actually going to go down. Actually, CIG's losing a lot. A 3-for-2 trade.
Shadow Fiend back to 18 souls.
A lot of bonus damage lost there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But they traded Lifestealer, Naga, and Windrunner for Darkseer and Shadow Fiend. So I'm not sure who comes out because you do lose the souls on Shadow Fiend when you die, but I'm not sure if that was a good enough trade to trade 3-for-2 there. Then again, they also did get the Lifestealer, so there are ways to say either way. Lifestealer with a Helmet Iron Will. Would you guys like to talk about our item progression currently? Give me your thoughts on what they are building, where should they go from there, why are they building this and that and the other thing. But it's just going to TP up.
Shadow is definitely going to get a BKB soon.
Yeah, he does. He has both parts of that, so... But go on.
Lifesteal is going for an armlet.
Yeah, he's actually going to finish that soon, I believe.
He's pretty far away.
Yeah, he needs about 850 more gold. Or even more now.
So
Kunkka might be going for Shadowblade, actually.
Kunkka Shadowblade, it works. It's effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Shadow Fiend's definitely going for a BKB. You can easily see that.
It's a very, very, very good item, as I said before, with a lot too many words trying to describe what a BKB is. But it's a good item, and
especially with the lineup they have.
Yeah. Oh, Naga Siren coming with the ulti, and all the TPs come in, and the boat comes in. There's going to be massive cleave damage. Boat hits. Shadow Fiend goes down. Jikaro's going to try and get away with his ulti, but Jikaro X marks the spot back. Jikaro goes down as well.
Nyx could have used his Vendetta there, but he decided not to.
And that might actually be that's definitely going to be the death of him. He's going to get shackled, locked down, dead. So Triple JSC giving up a little bit more each fight, losing 3 heroes that time, but trading for none. So CIG is coming back here after their first game. They've learned from their mistakes, and are actually definitely going to get a tier one mid tower here. For their first tower of the game, mind you.
Has fallen.
I'm not sure if anyone else saw that, like, oh yeah, because it's the snow thing, so it does... Is it the snow? Yeah, Enduring War Dog. But, unlike last game, there hasn't been a Roche as of yet. And the Kunkka combo just barely misses, but Kunkka does have a Shadow Blade up.
Is under attack.
Right now, times have changed. Is there any like highlight character or hero that you guys think are being more prominent than they were before? I mean,
I don't know. Lone Druid might be more of a problem this game than last game, I think.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I mean, if you look at his bear,
Just got the Sacred Relic.
yeah, Ohm will be going for that Radiance build. And are they actually going to go for Roshan now? Because there's 3 going near Roche. No, they're just rotating.
Shadow Fiend just finishes BKB. But it
Good.
still finishes Armor.
Yeah, Lifestealer to get his own.
So currently we have really a Outworld Devourer 4, 1, and 2 with 107 last hits, and actually does have Mystic Staff. Guessing, what would you build Mystic Staff into, really? Shiva? I forget if it goes into Shivas or not, but I'm probably wrong.
Goes into Scythe of Vice or Shiva's
Yeah,
Guard.
yeah. So I'm wondering. Oh, actually, wait. Then that might pull a plunder on the plans because Outworld is trying to TP away here, but he won't. He'll get vacuumed and killed off. So a very good pickup by the Dire there, picking off the lonely Outworld Devourer. But yeah, Shiva's Guard possibly. I mean, I would not doubt it, but also having a Hex stick in this situation, not a bad idea either.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go Scythe, just because of that hex that he has for getting the staff
Yeah,
for Scythe.
being able to lock down
Is under attack.
anyone virtually is just a better choice. And you still,
Yeah.
and actually they might be getting this. The Dire might be getting the tier 2 top tower. No, they're not. Naga Siren comes in for the save actually.
I'm looking at the gold graph here, and it hasn't gone over to CIG side since 10 minutes in or 11 minutes in, and it's gone way down towards Triple JS.
Tower has been denied.
Yeah, that's a very good point. They have almost lost the lead, but they are actually maintaining it gold-wise. XB, though, is also slightly in Triple JSC's team side as well. I really hope I'm not like doing a criminal sin and calling them Triple JSC. It just sounds,
Yeah.
it's just a little bit, easier flowing off the tongue.
Easier
I thought.
to say.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
more flow. But I'm waiting for a Roshan actually at any point. The only ward on it is a Radiant ward that's actually about to go down in 30 seconds. But oh yeah, well here comes the actual Roshan attempt by the Dire. The Radiant.
Lone Druid just finished his Radiance.
Yeah, there is the Radiance on the bear now, which is a big step. And this is going to be a free Rosh. Oh, is it? Oh yeah, it is. That's a Jakaro stun. Yeah, free Roshan
Yeah.
unattested on Shadow Fiend.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
But they
Just a
also
Yasha and Shadow Fiend.
Monta
These good.
style Shadow. Yeah, Monta style Shadow Fiend.
That would make sense, yeah.
Dire's top
Definitely interesting right now. Quiet game, only 23 kills. And actually, there's a Nyx inside the Kunkka. And it's about to be a really bad day if you choose. Actually, he's not even going to expose it. He's going to get the free kill on Chikiro there. So, this is going to be interesting to watch. Kunkka with a Shadow Fiend eating out his innards currently.
Lifestealing?
Yes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're just going to poke at this tower. No real engagement. I mean, they do not have Song of the Siren available. So they are actually going to have a little bit of trouble top with a Vendetta Nyx assassin. Not sure if he's going to fall
I don't
through.
think they're going to be getting Shadow Fiends.
Yeah, there's still that tier 1 tower. They can dive it, but I don't know if they would risk that. So, in a team fight right now, who really has the advantage? Because, I mean, we have the Darkseer and the Jakiro, but we also have a Nyx, Outworld, Kunkka, and Naga. So, I mean, CIG has the combos available, but if you saw last game, they weren't pulling off the combos effectively, and Triple JSC was still beating him in team fight. So it's a coin flip. I mean, do you guys have an opinion on that, or are you just willing to see where it goes from here instead of trying to guess? Because guessing seems to be a really bad thing to do in this tournament, because it just
From what we've seen
unpredictable.
so far, I think CIG has the better. Well, like you said, if they pull off the combos correctly, then it's in their favor.
Yeah, but it's all about those combos with this situation here. Getting a proper engagement, everything.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Poking the tier 2 bot tower. They might
It's gonna
actually
be
trick
ganked on
this.
bottom.
Yes, might actually trick this. But actually, no. Oh, a beautiful shackle. Nyx Assassin goes down, but
Whoa,
Shadow Fiend
Windrunner.
ulti. Wow. Just melted Windrunner and Naga Siren there. That's where we're going back. They had the capability of having a great combo going in, but they still kind of just got whooped a little bit there. Kunkka Boat only hitting the Druid Bear. The Druid Bear actually died, sadly. And they're just going to sit in here as long as they can to see if they can take out this tower. Naga Siren ulti. Will they actually counter engage this? They're all kind of just set. Oh, wow. Oh, there's a Outworld ulti there. There's nothing really going on. Shadow Fiend did die, but it is Aegusing up now. A lot of spells. Outworld did go down, but a lot of spells, not a lot of outcomes here. But Lifestealer trying to get something going, getting his butt whooped by Shadow Fiend. Kunkka Boat missed. Throwing a lot of things out, hoping something really works. But that dead, beautiful stun by Nyx Assassin. And that's actually going to let them hopefully take the melee racks. And will Naga Siren actually go down? No, Naga Siren's going to illusions and walk out there. And they're going to take the melee racks. But the Lifestealer is inside the Kunkka, so that was interesting. Didn't seem seemed like both teams tried to initiate, but neither of them really got the proper initiation that they really, really wanted.
Yeah, with Naga Siren using her ultimate didn't really do much for her.
it didn't give a clear engagement because they were all affected, and actually Chicago is going to fall victim to lifestealer there. But she got the Song of the Siren, and everyone was affected, but they were so spread out that any given ulti would only hit maybe one or two. So we're going to continue watching this. They did lose their melee bottom racks. The Radiant is down a racks and losing the tower game, even on the kill game.
Kunkka might be finishing off his Daedalus soon.
Actually, after that, we're going to look at the gold difference, and Triple JSC still in the lead with gold massively this time.
Way down there, yeah. Same with experience.
Yeah. Massive lead right now, both in towers and grass.
CIG's gonna pull this off.
Well, I mean, never say never, but it's just about them. They need to take a team fight because they weren't able to take many team fights last game, especially towards the end. And they haven't been able to take anything too favorable this game, even though there's only been 30 kills combined. But it is, I guess, a 30-minute game, so that's a kill a minute. So I don't know. I don't know if you call that lots of kills or not, but
Yeah, Kunkka will be finishing off his Daedalus right now.
and with that, getting that damage is going to be very important.
Yeah, OD did actually get the Scythe instead of Shiva's.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm wondering who would be who. I'm guessing the prime target to keep locked down would be Shadow Fiend in this situation, because Shadow Fiend can do massive damage, and although the Lone Druid could be a very, very good choice to lock down too. It just depends on who's in range, I guess, and if they've overcommitted or not. But what's the prime lockdown target for the Radiant to focus on currently right now?
I feel like the main one might be Shadow Fiend, just because of his damage and how he has such good items.
Yeah, he is very. I mean, I'm gonna go over item progression right now since it's kind of a solemn part to the game, but Shadow Fiend probably current gold is leading, net worth is leading, and I mean Monta style BKB boots, Helmet of the Dominator. That's really good items. Just in general, it's a very, very, very good setup to have, and still being able to farm it. So who knows what else you can take that into. And compare that to Outworld with only, well, not really just with only, because it's actually fairly good, hanging at 11,000 net worth here, with a 4-staff, Scythe of Vice, Tranquil Boots, and a wand. Is there any
Injured Spirit Bear is actually getting pretty big now too.
Oh yeah, it's true, with Radiance and building what looks like a Assault Cuirass possibly, with the Hyperstone and Chainmail and Plate Mail. And they might be taking Roshan again here. There's no ward here for the Radiant to see this. No ward. So they they are going to go for this Roshan again. It's probably beginning another free Roshan because there's no vision for the Radiant. Is there any surprising item builds that you've seen? Is there anything surprising that they've went for that you either don't understand or understand but haven't seen ever or recently even?
I don't know.
I don't really know. I mean,
well, the Windrunner with the Arcane Boots, normally you'd be playing a 4-staff and phase boots to get into positions for shackles. but also with no points in ulti either. And I mean, they haven't been sieging that many towers, but no points in ulti. And there's actually going to be a little engagement here. Kunkka's gonna Shadow Blade away, but there's a Naga ulti here. Are they gonna actually try anything? Nyx Assassin does get ensnared. Oh wow! Just melted Naga Siren. Windrunner just barely gonna get away, and they're gonna take this tower.
Fiend. Just wrecking everybody.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend's at a critical mass point, 36 souls, and has a Eagle Song currently. So watch out! That's about to become a very, very bad day. And actually, a great torrent and a boat coming in hits only the Druid Bear, and Lifesteal is actually gonna. No, Lifesteals are gonna jump inside. Surprise! Oh wow!
4. Oh my god.
Are they gonna even finish?
Gonna get Shadow.
Shadow Fiend with no real escape. A shackle here, and yeah, this is a dead Shadow Fiend. That was insane. But he's still fighting for his life. He's gonna get a triple kill before he dies. I'm not saying he's gonna go down, but not without a fight. But go ahead.
I did not think that was gonna happen. That was very surprising for me.
But if you look at the gold graph, they are still so Triple JSC is still so far in the lead in XP and gold. Sorry, by over 10,000.
Went even lower than it was. Yeah.
And the XP they're starting to lose their advantage, just under 5,000 XP advantage. But that was huge. I mean, Shadow Fiend's still a big problem, and he's actually gonna be getting his. It's not Eagle Song. I can't. I actually have to.
Butterfly.
Yeah, Butterfly. Thank you. I can never remember that item. But Butterfly, you get the evasion, you get the massive amount of... Yep, there it is, Butterfly. Evasion, attack speed, even damage, and the agility bonuses. But
I'm not sure if I understand why they get BKB on Outworld Devourer. I mean, I kind of do, but it's interesting.
Well, maybe. I mean, I believe I'm not sure if it really even would help against too much. I mean, he doesn't have it on him yet. Actually, yes, he does. There it is. And yeah, are they going to engage this? Nyx Assassin actually pretty banged up already. There's the path, and then there's the ulti, but yeah, that's a really bad situation. Lifestealer goes down, Windrunner goes down, and this is just gonna look at how many evades and misses Shadow Fiend's getting here. Kunkka buys back in, but Outworld Devourer goes down. Naga Siren no shape to fight. Gonna get another melee
Nobody
Rax.
on the Radiant can even buy back anymore.
Yeah,
Has enough gold.
there's nothing they can do. And that CIG knocked out of the tournament like that. Triple JSC is going to move on. And that's Triple JSC is going to face the winner of Aegis versus Team Chibiusa. And that was... Again, it felt like CIG had the opportunity, had the team fight capability, couldn't execute. What do you guys think about that one?